What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another video, and in today's video, we're going to be covering that game. Yes, this is a game that I've covered on the YouTube channel multiple times before. I have live streamed this game multiple times before. So you guys know me as the One Piece Treasure Cruise guy. I love mobile games, and where there's a game out there with great optimization, cool graphics, amazing character designs, I just can't shy away from it. And because of that, today we're going to be taking a look at Raid Shadow Legends. So I'm going to go ahead and take you through Raid Shadow Legends, give you guys the basics in terms of what you should be doing as soon as you start the game, because it is quite a complex game. Like Treasure Cruise that I play on my channel normally, there's a lot to do when you first jump into the game, and it can be very, very overwhelming. So hopefully I bring you guys this video today so you guys know exactly what's going on, so you can get a kickstart into Raid Shadow Legends. But very briefly, I do want to point out to you guys that you can go down below in the video description and click my link, or you can use the QR code in the top left-hand corner of the video to download Raid Shadow Legends on your iOS device, Android device, or on your PC. Now, when you do use my link to download, you're going to get access to a free pack, which will get you access to the epic champion Ugo. Now, many players consider Ugo to be a very good beginner-friendly champion to start the game with. As soon as you reach level 15, you'll get another pack with another epic champion called Fane, who is also a great champion that many consider to be better than most legendary champions in the game. So this is that champion Ugo that you get just by using my link down below in the description or using the QR code. This guy's really cool. He has the ability to leech off of the enemy. He can also decrease their defense and block buffs on them so that they can't apply more buffs, which will obviously do more damage to you, and also removing heal reduction on your side of the field. And then he has a passive skill here to increase speed and a block damage buff on a champion for one turn when he's the last living ally. So he's just a really nice character to start the game off with. Fane is the secondary champion that you'll get access to once you reach level 15, and Fane is a great damage dealer, as well as going ahead and having a chance to steal their turn meter, making it so that your opponents cannot launch multiple attacks against you. Also has a chance to poison and decrease their attack, decreasing their defense, inflicting weakness debuff. So this is a great offensive threat that you can use to also provide some debuffs on your opponent to make it easier to click content. Now, one of my favorite champions in Raid Shadow Legends is this guy right here, Kale. The great thing about Kale is once you complete the tutorial, you can select him as one of the 4 free champions. So you can get him for free as soon as you start the game, and the great thing about him is that he has a lot of poison inflicting, and poison is such an incredible debuff in this game. Being able to inflict that poison and get through the enemies faster to click content easier. He then also has the ability to fill the turn meter every time he kills something with his attack, allowing you to make him launch more attacks. And then his A3 here, attacking lots of times, and each of those chances of attack have more chances to inflict poison. He also has an aura, so it's like a leader effect, basically, giving you more HP, which again, very, very nice to have as soon as you start the game to just make your team more tankier. So when you start the game, you're going to have Kale from the tutorial, you're going to have Ugo from using my download link or scanning the QR code at the top of the video. I would suggest to level up those champions specifically. Don't go and spend all of your resources leveling up a bunch of random champions, because you're not going to have enough resources to go around. So focus on very specific champions at the start of the game, and then you can level up characters as you get deeper into it. So what I would suggest, you have your Kale, you have Ugo. Go into the campaign, and once you get to stage 9, you can farm War Maiden champion. So War Maiden is just a generic damage dealing champion that can inflict poison as well, increasing your attack and also decreasing enemy defense. So this is a character you can farm up just by playing stage 9, so make sure to get her, level her up as well. So you're going to have your Ugo, Kale, and War Maiden, and that's already a fantastic core of characters to start getting you through the game. And of course, you can go ahead over to the portal and you can summon even more champions if you would like, depending if you get lucky enough. Let's go ahead and spend this shard right here, see if we can get lucky. That'd be awesome. It's a void shard, so we're going to get a void character, hopefully. Just a blue. Nothing too crazy here. Bellower. So yeah, probably not a great one, but he does have the increased speed buff, only in faction crypts. Okay, nothing crazy there. But still, you can get your champions from summoning on the portal, and depending on which ones you get, you may be able to level those guys up as well, put them on your team to get through content even better. So Raid Shadow Legends has a great PvP system. So this is our classic arena. We're going to just go ahead and challenge a random team and see how it actually goes along here. So this is my current team setup that I have here. I got Ninja, by the way. Ninja was actually his own champion in Raid Shadow Legends, so I actually was playing during the time that he was available, so that's dope that we got him. Of course, I still have Kale. I've leveled him up quite a fair bit while I've had this account, and Geomancer, an absolute beast of a character. And then our final one, Rector Drath, who's just a great supporter unit that can provide some healing. So hopefully this is going to be enough to get through this battle here. And you can actually kind of see how this kind of goes here. So we're going to start off here with Kale. So Kale, of course, he's got his ability here to attack all enemies. And if he kills someone with it, he can fill his turn meter. So we'll go ahead and probably save that. This ability here to inflict more chances of poison. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, and now we've got Geomancer here. Geomancer's a really cool character here. He inflicts burn. So the burn is a really powerful debuff, of course, being able to just deal more damage to the opponent. So this effect here to fully deplete the target's turn meter. So that's really powerful, as it kind of like resets their turn and means that they have to charge up their skill again. So let's go ahead and do that on the Monkey King. So now you can see that his turn meter got reset. And we got a counter there from Ninja, which is dope. This one here, we're going to heal all allies. We don't really need to do that, so we could probably just use our normal skill here. Let's go ahead and target her. She's nearly down. And here's Ninja. Ninja will go ahead and attack 3 characters at random. Very powerful ability there. And then we'll go ahead and use... Let's see if we can get a kill with this. Probably not. Oh, it's close. Lots of debuffs applied on the enemy there, but that's really, really good. We'll go ahead and get that knockout there. Remove the buff. And then we're pretty much done. Because we're just that good, man. We're just that good. This squad's pretty sick, but obviously this is just a basic bare bones gameplay. This is just arena. There's a lot of different game modes you can go ahead and challenge. Another thing you can do when you download using my link in the description or using the QR code is you can go ahead and join my clan. So this is my name, Toadski_, and we have our clan here, which is bro-optc. You can join our clan. We have a bunch of open positions. We have had some members join in the past, so if you want to go ahead and join the clan and compete, definitely go ahead and do that. There's an even better reason to download the game right now, as there is an amazing campaign for newer players that jump into Raid Shadow Legends for the first 72 hours of your Raid Shadow Legends account. By downloading using my link in the description or the QR code, you can get your hands on one of 4 legendary champions by using one of the promo codes that you see on screen right now. So we're going to go ahead and break down some of these champions and determine which one of these champions you should be picking. So one of the first characters is Sun Wukong. You can get this via using the promo code Monkey King in-game, and you'll be able to get your hands on this free legendary champion. He looks absolutely phenomenal. This guy is a fantastic champion to start your account with, especially if you've got Kale, you've got Ugo, you could potentially this could potentially replace your War Maiden in terms of being a damage dealing champion. In arena battles, to increase your speed by 28%, speed is king in PvP. Being able to move before your opponents is a massive deal, so any way to increase your speed is extremely valuable. What else does he have? He has a 25% chance to stun, which can increase as you level that up. Chance increases to 50% if they have any buffs. Very, very nice. He does damage that ignores defense, and we all know, even in Treasure Cruise, you guys know damage through defense is incredibly powerful. He also has the ability to do that. He'll attack all remaining enemies with any surplus damage if the target is killed. This attack will also ignore 50% of that character's defense, and if the initial target survives, place a sheep debuff on them for 1 turn. It cannot be blocked. What is a sheep debuff? I've never heard of this before. Champions under the sheep debuff lose access to their normal skills and can only use the following sheep skill. Okay, so they can only use this specific skill. That's pretty powerful though, because if they have the ability to do that, they can't use any of their normal skills, which would normally, you know, either do crazy damage to you, apply debuffs, remove your buffs, heal their side of the field. So being able to do that is quite strong. He has a 3rd skill here, attacking all enemies, but before attacking, he steals all buffs from all enemies and then places a block buff debuff on them for 2 turns. That is absurd, stealing all of their buffs away and preventing them from providing any other buffs. Absolutely wild. And then he has this other passive skill which revives his champion with 100% HP and 100% turn meter 3 turns after they're killed. That's also pretty interesting. So if he dies and you can survive 3 more turns, he's going to come back. So that's pretty dope too. I think Sun Wukong is a pretty solid choice, honestly. The next champion we're going to have a look at is Alice the Wanderer. You can get this character by selecting that code, the promo code GetAlice, and typing that into the promo code section of your game. So obviously this has some very, very reminiscent designs of, you know, Alice in Wonderland. You see on the back, she's got the little bunny, which is crazy cool. And this character is a big damage dealing unit, a fan favorite in the Raid Shadow Legends community. First skill here, attacking enemy 2 times, placing an extra hit if the enemy has active skills on cooldown, which is most of the time. Each hit has an 80% chance of decreasing the duration of a random buff. The second skill attacks all enemies, 75% chance of increasing cooldowns. Again, just lots of damage. ignoring defense, which we talked about with Sun Wukong a little bit earlier. And then if the initial target is killed, it then targets an enemy with the lowest HP, again, ignoring some of their defense, so higher chances to knock something out. And then a passive skill here, whenever this champion attacks, 3% more damage to each target for each turn remaining on all of their skills. So, again, more damage. And an active effect resets the cooldown of one of this champion's skills each time they kill an enemy. So you want this character to kill enemies all the time to continuously recharge her skills, give 30% attack to all of your allies. Definitely a character you should be picking up if you are looking to do a ton of damage. The next champion we're going to have a look at is by using Desert Queen in Raid Shadow Legends. You can get Tuhanarak. Now, this is a barbarian character. Barbarians are extremely versatile, and you can use this character in basically any team that you want. This character is more of a support role character, and her first skill applies decreased speed. That's important, as we mentioned earlier. Speed is very, very vital, as well as providing continuous healing so that she can, be on the battlefield for longer. Her secondary skill has a 50% chance or 75% chance for a 50% decrease attack and block buffs, again just providing more debuffs on the opponent's side of the field, and also applies a debuff spread effect, taking 2 random debuffs from the target and placing them on all enemies. That's pretty neat. Then you got increasing defense and increasing speed buff on all allies. That's a phenomenal skill right there. And then the passive skill, removing 1 random debuff from all allies at the start of each turn, and removes 2 random debuffs instead if she has continuous heal, which of course you can get via her first skill. And then you have the aura, which gives you the increased accuracy, which can also be quite important. But this is a really interesting one, and I would say if you already have another really powerful champion you may want to support, such as this, to help you out. The final champion that you can get is by using the code TreeHugger in-game, and you can get Green Warden Ruarc. This is a Sylvan champion, and the Sylvans are the newest type of champion in Raid Shadow Legends. They're very in tune with nature. You've got trees, mushrooms, and this combination of having humanity but in form with nature is so unique, and I absolutely love the design aspect, especially of this champion right here. Looks absolutely awesome. So this is a more defensive, tanky type of champion. So he has this first ability, transfers all debuffs from this champion to the target and also heals. Secondary skill, attacking all enemies, an 80% chance of placing a decreased attack debuff on them. Also can steals continuous heals off of the enemy. He's got his third skill, which can taunt, which is dope. Taunt is a very powerful effect, as well as increasing his defense and strengthen buff on himself. Passive skill says whenever an ally loses 10% or more of their max HP from a single hit, they get a shield for 10% of their max HP, and his aura gives a 30% defensive buff. So as you can see, this character is very defensively focused. Again, if you've got a very good damage dealer, this is a pretty solid character to pick to help your team last longer in fights. So Raid Shadow Legends has a really cool auto system in this game, so even if things get a little bit too overwhelming for you, you can let the game run auto for you. And just have a look at some of these graphics and how these skills activate. They look so sick. So once again, if you want to go ahead and download Raid Shadow Legends today, you can join my clan, bro-optc in Raid Shadow Legends. Make sure to go down below in the video description, click on my link, download the game today. You can also go ahead and scan the QR code in the top left-hand corner of the game if you guys want to go ahead and get access to it as well. And make sure to use one of those codes to get access to a free legendary champion. It's going to make your life a whole lot easier to get through the game, having, Sun Wukong. You can have Ruarc as well to be a more tanky character. You got Alice as well. This is dope champions that you can have in Raid Shadow Legends just by playing and putting in one of those promo codes. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much, Raid Shadow Legends, for sponsoring today's video. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with more content that I post on my channel, make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.